Hello and welcome to my channel where I help you guys find your role within cybersecurity. One area that's often overlooked is something called horizon scanning. This is where you need to do some research in some of the threats, the vulnerabilities, and the attacks taking place out there in the wild, and then apply some of the lessons learned to your organization. So you need to go through a lot of data sometimes to be able to master some of the challenges and issues that other companies might be facing, may have been impacted by. So what I want you to do is do some research and I'll talk you through some of the steps. Now, this has been given a number of names. Threat reports is one, horizon scanning is another, but there are separate areas which need to be considered when you're doing this research. Often, some organizations outsource this activity to third parties. So they may have a contract in place where every 30 to 90 days the report is sent to the company, and then the security team will go through it and apply all of the remediations. Sometimes it's as quick as within minutes or hours of a exploit being discovered out there. So you need to be mindful that if you're working for a large organization and you've got lots of sensitive data, you need to get these reports done very quickly. But if you're in a SME, small to medium enterprise, probably not a huge concern. But again, you need to do a risk assessment to make that overall decision. So, as you can see here, it's a case of simply going on the internet and searching for information security news. Again, you can fine tune this search term, but let's start it off and keep it quite generic. So go on Google, type this in. Now, these three or four first results are essentially trying to get you to sign up to a report. These are very useful if you want to do, once a month, kind of a deep dive into some of the issues other companies are facing. But if you want the latest, i.e., daily news, then you need to find some of these websites here, as you can see on the screen. One of the key websites I use is the Hacker News because it breaks down the information for you. So I've got this tab already open. As you can see here, there are a series of discoveries. So we've got a CVE item here. This is a vulnerability that's recently been exploited and it's got a CVE number on it. So you're able to dig into this information. Hacker used AI to develop first known zero-day two-factor authentication bypass. So you need to look into that if that is something that is a bit of a concern for you. Purple team isn't purple. Yeah, we know that. Um, we've got something Hugging Face. Hugging Face has got something that's been posted on there. So if your organization uses Hugging Face, you need to look into it. If that's applicable to you guys. Salesforce Aura attack surface most pen testers miss. Yep. So possible vulnerability. What else do we have? TCL Banker banking Trojan. Yeah, these are quite big. So if you're working in the financial institute, banking industry, insurance possibly as well, you need to be mindful of those. Uh, Call history. Oh, this could be interesting. So if you're in a telecommunication world, you might be keen to read this. So let's check out what's going on here. There you go. So sometimes it's really interesting. Oh, I'll install this app to tell my friend I did call them, create a fake call history. But remember those sneaky allow all access to your pictures, to your messages, to your apps, to your phone. You're giving the bad guys full keys to the kingdom. They've got access to your pictures, they've got access to your sensitive information. Sometimes they go through a list of emails, phone calls, and that's exactly what's happened here. So you've got a bunch of useful information. I'm not going to do a deep dive of this because it just simply takes too long. As you can see, they've gone through a life cycle of it, and Group IB has published this detailed report on it. So it's really important that sometimes these news websites don't give you the full picture. So find out who wrote the report and go to their website to do some deep dives, because that's where you'll get the real juicy stuff. Now, if we go back and check out what else is going on, I tend to go through a couple of pages. Palo Alto, yeah, there we go. So if you got a PA firewall or any kind of network equipment, that's a pretty solid score. Yeah, it's pretty high. Fixes being applied as of 13th of May. So you need to be getting these updates pushed out to your environment as soon as possible. Usually these pages do tell you how to apply the patches. Sometimes there's a change control that's going in. So if you're kind of just starting out in this industry or you're interested in cybersecurity, you need to pick up on these words. You need to find out what CVE is. What do these scores mean? So start doing some Googling and do some research. I'm happy to explain it if somebody wants to drop a comment in the video. But yeah, these things get picked up pretty quickly by the networks team. You know, Palo Alto will reach out to all of its customers almost immediately and let them know, hey guys, we've got this issue. We are working on a vulnerability on a patch. Give us some time and we'll send it to you. In some cases, they'll tell you how to lock it down a little bit to make sure that you don't get exploited. Now, if we go back, what else do we have? So again, we've gone through a couple of pages for the first, the hacking news, but it's always good to do further research, see what else other companies are telling us. So 50 million for awareness and training platform, okay. Training awareness is big ticket item in the industry, so you need to know what's going on out there. Which companies are the big players. You know, there's something called Magic Quadrant and, you know, very detailed stuff, but essentially there's the big names in the industry. You can go for smaller companies as well. I think, yeah, we looked at this on the other site. Oh, Skoda data breach. There you go. Are you a potential victim of this? Hackers access names, addresses, email addresses, and phone numbers. Now, how is this useful? Again, sometimes you got to put the hacker hat on. If you were a bad guy, what would you do with this data? You could call up the customer. Hello, Mr. Smith. Thank you for placing an order on a brand new car. We've just had an issue with it. Can we, you know, instead of getting parking sensors just on the rear, we can put them free of charge for you at the front as well, get you to change something, you know, coach you along the way, and eventually they might ask you to upgrade something. Oh yeah, we've installed free solar parking sensors for you. How about we do this at a 50% discount? I'm happy to take your card payment over the phone. Boom, they've got access, or they've, you know, instead of taking a payment of $500 or pounds, they'll take 5,000 out, and before you know it, they've got the money. You call the bank. You know, you may not get as much help as you thought you might because you've shared your card details. So really important for you to do some research. If you work in the car industry, then you might be interested in sharing this information with your internal training and awareness team or the HR team or marketing guys, just so that they are fully up to date with what's going on in the industry. You might share this with your SOC, the Security Operations Center, in case they start seeing alerts. Because if they got hold of one company, they may have accessed a supply chain. And if you're in the car industry, what if you guys got impacted because you're using the same supplier as this company did? So always be on the lookout, always do some research. I think what we'll do is we'll leave it there for today. So if you're interested in making a jump into cybersecurity, or you're already in cybersecurity and you want to know more, drop me a comment down in this video, and I will do my best to give you guys a helping hand. Thank you very much for watching today's video. And if you are interested in watching more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you.